Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today's video is of the Site of Witness and Memory Museum here in Shkoder, Albania. This museum is more associated with the persecution of the religions in the area. Enjoy the video.
Okay, this is the total number of people during the communism here in Albania. The number of people that were detained as political prisoners, the number of people that were in labor camps and prison, and ultimately the people that died during this time. And then this is the number of the same people that were from the Shkoder area, the same amount of people that were imprisoned and whatnot. And then basically this outlines the number of prisons that were actually in the city of Shkoder. During this communist era, there was a war against the religious orders that were in the city, and there were pictures of an actual church that was being demolished in the aftermath of what was left of it after the demolition. Communism fell in Albania in February of 1991, and in March they held elections. However, the people had an unusual results that they couldn't believe. The Communist Party actually won, but the first secretary who would be like the prime minister of the Central Committee lost. So they couldn't believe the results, and instead the students of the high school went down to the local square and basically started demonstrating. The crowd grew so large that they then started to engage with the police, and 4 people got killed. And the people shown here are the ones that got killed. And then the next day, during their funeral procession, the entire town came out and showed the support for what they had done. And these are just some pictures of the actual museum where all the exhibits are at. Now this is just a description of the persecution that they did to the clergy and the priests, and this was one of the stories that were displayed. And then this is also of Mother Teresa and her fight to get back so she could see her mother before she passed away. Unfortunately, the communist regime would not allow her to do that. Now these are some items that were made in prison: table, spoons, and tobacco tin. These were made by the prisoners that were there. This was a bowl as well as a tobacco tin. They also had some manuscripts. This is literature collected, basically a manuscript that was written there. All of these were done while they were in prison. These was poetry written and kept in the case. And this was basically a notable theologian about how writing about the prisoners and things like that, writing to the families. These were notes, or the letters and notes and things that were there. Now this was the most depressing thing and very sad. Those are the cells that the political prisoners and other religious prisoners were found, were kept in. They were very small. They had so many of them. Each one of those I didn't put it in the video, but it outlines several of them of what they actually did to the prisoners, and it was horrific. And this was the bathrooms that was used by the prisoners. Hope you enjoyed this video, and see you next time.